So now when people set up a discovery call, they are I'm able to speak to my ideal client, the client that already is in I was speaking to the girl that could barely afford $700 and feeling sorry for her. But I was also noticing that when she got to the table, the work or the content I was presenting to her was overwhelming. Whereas somebody that's more advanced, that has hired coaches, that's been to therapy, and she's ready to find, like you said, to find a husband to build a legacy. I just love that. It's like that level of woman who's like, I'm done with the guys that are taking the gross selfies and I'm ready to find a husband. That mindset shift of who is your ideal client and how do you speak to her, that type of person is willing to make the investment because they see the value. And I want to help everybody, but you helped me just zero in on who is that client. The last person that we had a discovery call, I was like, how does this sound? As you've taught me to say, how does this feel to you? How does this sound? She's like, sounds great. And she just signed up right away. So what I was selling at $700 for 4 calls is now $3,000 for 10 calls. And it's a huge program that we're offering. I mean, it's one-to-one, it's group coaching, it's interactive notes and Slack community. There's so much I have that I'm offering. It is a transformation. And so I was also undervaluing, these girls are going to find their husband. Like, that's a huge thing that you're making this shift. And so I think I was speaking to a lot of people that were afraid, trying to overteach in my content, as you know, like teaching too much instead of talking about the transformation that they will have. And so just all of those things that I just said took the last almost 3 months but I mean, just being able to just have, like, even if someone could rewind and just listen to what I said in the last minute, that took about 3 months of, okay, you've been doing it this way for so long and what needs to change. And so now when I approach everything differently. How are you messaging? What are you saying on your stories? It's almost like, okay, now I know what to say. And it's just a matter of adjusting to that and getting used to it. And so I know that I feel that confidence that the momentum will build and the results they're already coming. But now I can see if I just continue to tweak these systems, it's only going to get better. And just having that 30,000 foot view, you have a macro and a micro view into it, and you're able to toggle back and forth depending on what you're doing each day. It's just like, oh, finally, because there's so many people teaching great things, but there's not somebody that, I don't know anyone like you, Sarah. I really don't. So when I was grilling you, I was getting all the answers. I was like, damn, this girl knows all these answers. Like, I couldn't stump you. But when I got into your program, I saw why. I'm like, okay, this is not her first rodeo. She's done a few things before you.